I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're looking at gear and stuff like that, it's not that important. I think what's most important for creativity is finding something that works, that's good enough, that does the job. Eventually you can upgrade to something that's a little bit more high quality, but at the time to create, you don't need fancy gear. You can record with something like this, just like that, or even something like this. And you could have something fancy that tracks you, stuff like that. But in reality, you know, as long as you have something that's good enough to put out there, that has the quality, that is good enough to put out there on the world, it doesn't really matter what kind of gear that we have, as long as we create something, as long as it works, as long as you hear what I'm saying. Yeah, that's the most important thing. So for me, you know, I watch a lot of videos on trying to find the best gear and trying to get something that's like perfect and like high quality. But you know, if you're creating something for yourself, you know, I think it's more important to make mistakes and try to like learn your creative process. And it's kind of cool to have these limitations of maybe not having the best gear, or maybe my gear is like outdated, like this camera right here, and something that's a little bit more cool and interesting, like this Pocket 3 that I have. And one thing when I started my YouTube journey of doing sketch comedy, I was using this camera, this Sony ZV-1, which is it's about $800, cheaper than our phones. But you know, it's a great option for people. And you know, don't diss the phones in our pockets too, you know. Record from here too, and it's pretty good quality too compared to a lot of the stuff that's out there on the market. So, you know, stop looking at stuff, just have fun, enjoy the process, and like the most important thing is, you know, what's gonna work for people. And you know, it doesn't take a lot to be creative. If you're like me, you watch a lot of camera videos and stuff like that, but you know, you already have what you need to get started, and you could certainly get that stuff. Alexa, stop! You could certainly expand your gear. Once you get comfortable, then you can upgrade eventually. But you know, for now, just focus on the creating part, because that's probably the hardest part, is just trying to figure out, you know, what's your role and what kind of content you want to create, and finding your niche and stuff like that, or just having fun, even if you don't have a goal of like creating a channel or like growing an audience. Like just the act of creativity, just go for it. You don't have to worry about anything else, and just enjoy the process.